I've been going kind of ham on Twitter recently, I'm not gonna lie. I've been kind of trolling a lot. If you guys don't follow me, which you should be, because you get updates on my videos, sometimes I'll tweet something funny, most of the time it's just me kind of shit posting, but there's some good reasons in following me. But if you follow me, you'll know kind of what I'm talking about here. So first, it was Papa John's, right? They gave me a bad pizza, I make a funny tweet, right? And Papa John's replies, hey, we're sorry to hear this, DM us, and I saw an opportunity. I kinda hit him with the fuck you Papa John's. I'm not gonna lie, I felt that it was kinda necessary after them getting me sick with a pizza. Then I trolled them into thinking that the order name was under Joe Mama Jr., and they believed it, and yeah, it went from there, but that's one thing. And then it went to Call of Duty, which if you're a longtime supporter of the channel, right, you'll know that I'm kind of a Call of Duty boy. Now recently I have not been playing a lot of Call of Duty, and I've been playing a lot of different other games as background gameplay on the channel, and even in my personal life, I've just been playing a lot of other games instead of Call of Duty because the game's so sweaty that it's hard for me to enjoy, and there's just, I don't know, there's a lot of different issues that they refuse to address with the game that just, it makes the game boring for somebody like me. And then this whole Iran thing breaks down, right? And the Twitter timeline starts going psychotic, everyone's going bonkers, everyone thinks that we're going into World War III. It's one of the biggest things that's probably happened in recent memory. So I see an opportunity here, of course. So I created a fake Twitter. And this fake Twitter was dedicated to Infinity Ward, the people who made the most recent Call of Duty game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And honestly, I think this Twitter account is pretty harmless, right? I'm going to show you just some of the tweets that I've been putting out. They're all trolls, right? Because it's a troll account. We've heard you, skill-based matchmaking in its current form has been a rampant issue according to your feedback, so we've turned up the heat. Skill-based matchmaking has been increased across the board to make the game more competitive, starting with a patch rolling out in the next few minutes. Very obvious fucking troll. Anyone should be able to see through that. I mean, I can see if maybe at first, if you don't look at the @ or anything, you don't check for a verification logo or anything next to the name, yeah, you can kind of get duped into believing this because, which I mean, let's be honest, this game is, I don't know, it's sweatier than Mr. Chunk here sitting in a sauna, right? So, yes, also coming to the game, a $49.99 content bundle that lets you get more favorable matchmaking in your lobbies. It'll give you access to 4 exclusive outfits. Can't wait for you guys to see. In response to Infinity Ward confirming that they have plans to add emblem and calling card rewards for those who have earned a nuke in the game. So this is basically what this account is, but this isn't where it started, right? So I'm going to show you guys the tweet that really, I guess, popped this account off, because this account was a burner account for something called Grim Regime that I did back in the day, right? And it had 100 followers when I started all this because, it wasn't anything major or anything. But through direct addressment of this, they have kind of blown this Twitter account into something that it wasn't. But anyway, here we go. Introducing 3 new maps coming to Call of Duty Modern Warfare as part of our Iran DLC. All new free DLC content in the next update. Fight in Tehran, a close quarters city, or airport. Seek revenge where the general fell. And even Persian Gulf, which I spelled incorrectly. Take the ship back. Coming soon. This is probably my most popular tweet that I've ever put on Twitter, and I'm about to show you the reason why, and it would not be as popular as it is had Infinity Ward not directly addressed this, but then they did, and I'm going to talk about why that's an issue. So, it had 2,000 likes before they even said anything about it, which, pretty good, but of course I posted it in the heat of the moment when everyone was talking about Iran and everything, so the account was doing pretty well. I mean, it had that tweet going off. That was the joke. That was why I did the entire thing. All these other tweets that I've shown you, every tweet after the Iran DLC, I never planned to tweet any of this because the joke was just to make this a fake Infinity Ward Twitter for a few minutes, make that tweet, and then after a couple days change it back to something else and use the account for some other miscellaneous purpose down the road, right? Because, I mean, what does it really matter? I'm not going to sit here and do this every day without a reason. But then they gave me a reason. And now there's actually a purpose behind the account. So, if you don't know who Ashton Williams is, she is the senior communications manager at Infinity Ward who, number 1, does not communicate with the community almost ever. Number 2, will block you for the most minute fucking reasons on planet Earth. And number 3, from my understanding, is supposed to be on break until January 6th. So instead of addressing literally any issue that the Call of Duty community has with their video game, which you would think is her number 1 job, right? Her job is to communicate with the community. I'm not even a problem at this point, right? Like, I have one tweet with, like, 2,000 likes. Very obvious joke. Most people got the joke. Some people fell for it, you know? Some people got duped into believing it. It's a joke, but at the end of the day, most of them eventually figured out that it was a meme. Apparently, this was worthy of calling out on Twitter, so this account is not official, so please do not look for updates from this account. And then she added the fucking account. The only accounts that you need are Infinity Ward and Infinity Ward Poland. So when trying to get people to not go to the account that is not official and is trolling people and everything, she added the account, essentially giving everybody a link to go to said account, see that it's a troll account that's posting memes about Infinity Ward, and then inflated the follower count. So go ahead and take a look at this chart on Friday. 105 followers, pretty good. On Saturday, after she made this post and essentially directed the Call of Duty community to it, 579 followers. And actually, that's an outdated follower count because it says 795, but the account is currently at 927 and climbing. There's a good chance that it hits 1,000 followers within the day, especially after this video goes up. So at this point, I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. This is how it is. I did something a little slight. on the Twitter account. I hit her back, you know? Why would anyone believe this? It astounds me. Ashton does not and has not ever worked for Infinity Ward. Ashton, if that's the case, when is our skill-based matchmaking fix update and the Modern Warfare 2 maps Terminal and High Rise coming to the game? It has come to our attention that a false account by the name Ashton Williams has been illegitimately claiming to be the communications manager for Infinity Ward and is giving a fake account for updates. This is the only official Infinity Ward. Simple, we'll be seeing ya. So after this, the account was blocked, which is weird because if you're the communications manager, you shouldn't really just be out here blocking people in the community, even if they're parodying your company because you guys are very bad at responding to criticism, or not even just criticism, just fan input in general. Doesn't really seem like you're doing a very good job at communicating. And here's the ironic part. They just actually said that they need to do a better job communicating with the community, right? We're not doing very good communicating with the community, but hey, we're gonna block people on Twitter because they're making jokes about us. And I wasn't really making mean jokes or anything like that about them. I wasn't, making fun of the way they look or their appearance or anything like that. I wasn't going for low blows. I was just making fun of the way that they behave and how they act against the community, which I think is a very fair thing to do. And then, of course, with this, I was then blocked by Charlie Intel, which is one of the largest Call of Duty community news organizations. So I guess here's my point throughout this entire thing. You make videos for years, right? And you make literal lists of feedback for the developers, trying to get their attention to make the game better because you actually enjoy the game and you want it to be good. You can't get a fucking reply from these people. If you actually comment on the communications manager's posts and, give your feedback, whether you're being rude or not, that you get ignored, which is weird because a communications manager who literally ignores you is actually not doing their job. A communications manager who ignores the vast majority of the community's posts and just ignores them simply because it's feedback that they don't want to address is kind of like a McDonald's employee who doesn't make hamburgers because they don't like the smell of beef. You know what I'm saying? So you do all this because you actually enjoy the game and want it to be better. And you get nothing. You get literally fucking nothing. Even though you're a fan of the game, you're a fan of Call of Duty, you get ghosted. No pun intended. If you're someone who doesn't play the game, like Ninja, let's be honest, how often does he play Call of Duty? How often does he run a Call of Duty Modern Warfare stream that even rivals a Fortnite stream in length and quality or anything like that? And it's not sponsored by Activision, essentially meaning he's paid to do it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that answers the question, right? But hey, when he asks for something to be changed, or when someone like that, they leave a post on that, right now, let's get it fixed. Come on, guys, let's get a move on. Literal Call of Duty pro players who play the game for a living and play the esport for a living can't get a word in edgewise in the community. People who play the game and buy it every year as the community can't get a word in edgewise, but these people can, even though they don't play. And then the one-off time that I make a joke post, right, on some random Twitter account that anyone with like 3 brain cells can easily decipher as a joke after like 4 or 5 looks at it, that's the time when you address it, right? That's the time that you address the community. So there's no real excuse for anything else at the end of the day. I mean, it's very obvious that you're seeing all these posts from the community. or at the very minimum, you've blocked words and stuff so that you don't have to see them. But if you saw some random Twitter accounts post from the back corner of Twitter, then you're seeing your community, and you're seeing what they have to say, but you're actively ignoring it. And you're focusing on a fucking troll account that made a joke. And that is, I think, why the game is in the current state that it's in, if we're being honest, because they just focus on all the wrong things. And I'm glad that I could be one of the people who could really, I guess, bring an example of this one forward. I'm going to continue to tweet on the fake Infinity Ward Twitter for a little while until I guess I get bored of it or until something happens to it. I don't know. But you guys seem to enjoy it. Some of you seem to enjoy it. And I think it's pretty funny. So Infinity Ward also seems to really enjoy it. And it gets their attention. So I guess that's really, I guess, the only way you can get their attention. So Infinity Ward, if you're watching this, just address your fucking community. It's really not that hard. We've just been asking for some transparency. We've been asking you to fix very basic issues that the community has with the game. You don't have to ignore us on Twitter. But that's pretty much going to be it for this video, you guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel. Follow me over on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. It's a surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. If you want to follow the Infinity Ward Twitter, I will, I guess, pin it in the comments below. You don't have to, of course. But if you're interested, I guess the option is there. Join the Discord down below. Lots of great things going on down there as well. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, I guess on a rampage, and signing out.